Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Coding Lifestyle for You. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to build this chatbot from scratch. So what is a chatbot? It is a computer program that anybody can talk to with normal language, whichever language you use. No matter what type of chatbot it is, they all have a similar purpose: to take regular human language input, understand what is being said, and to provide a relevant, correct answer based on the knowledge it has. So here I am using English language to talk to this program. How are you? You can see we are getting a relevant, correct answer based on the knowledge it has. We have just given it a human language input. So this way we can talk to this computer program with different languages, whichever language you wish. In the later part of the tutorial, I will tell you how to use different languages to talk to this chatbot. I will be explaining everything from the start, so if you are a beginner, don't worry, just stay tuned. So let's get started. For this particular project, you will be requiring a different Python version. So I'm going to show you how to download that Python on your system. So just on your search bar, type download Python 3.7.4 and hit enter. Just visit this first website link, and here you can see this is the version 3.7.4, and just go down, and here you will see this executable installer. Just click on this and your Python interpreter will be downloaded. Once you run the setup file, you will be getting a window like this. Here make sure you select this add to path and then select this install now. Now the installation is successful. You can close this. Just make a note, Python versions above 3.7 will show you errors in this chatbot project. So make sure you download Python version 3.7 or below. After that, you have to download any IDE or editor of your choice. I am going to use PyCharm. If you are going to follow along, then I will suggest you to download this PyCharm community version. Just click on this download button and it will be downloaded. The link of how to download and install PyCharm IDE on your systems is given in the description of this video. Go and check that. After downloading Python and PyCharm, open your PyCharm. You will see this new project option. Just select that. Here in place of this Python project, give a project folder name. I'll be giving it talking chatbot. After that, you have to select this base interpreter. Make sure you select 3.7.4, which you just downloaded. Everything else will remain as it is, and then click on this create button. I want this project to open on a new window, so I'll select new window here. You can see a virtual environment is getting created here. This virtual environment simply separates our projects from each other. Whatever modules that we will be downloading for this particular project will be isolated from all other projects. Those modules will only be used by this particular project. Once your virtual environment is created, just right click on this folder name, go to new, and then select this Python file. Here you have to give the name of your Python file. I'll go with main and hit enter. So this is our Python file where we will be writing our code. So firstly, if you see in my original project, I have to create this window and then I have to provide this title over here. After that, I have to provide some width and the height to this window, and then the background color. Let's do these things first. So for creating a GUI part, I'll be using a module which is tkinter, which is inbuilt. It comes with Python interpreter, so we just need to import it. So I'll write from tkinter import asterisk. So what this line means, that we are importing all the classes and the methods which are present inside this tkinter module. So this tkinter is basically a file, a library where we have a lot of classes and methods. After writing this line, now we will be able to use those classes and methods in this program. So for creating a window, I will be using a tk class of this tkinter module, and then I have to create object of this tk class. So this way we create object of any class, we write the class name and then assign that to some variable. Let us run and see if our window is created. You can see there is no error here on this console and our program finished with exit code 0. So our window is created, but we are not able to see that window because this code executed very fastly. I need to hold my window on screen so that we can see that window continuously when we run our code. So for that we have a method inside this tk class. So I'm going to use that method with the help of this object variable root. So I'll write root dot main loop. Let's run this. Now you can see with the help of this main loop method, we can see our window continuously on our screen. This main loop method is simply keeping our window on a loop so that we are able to see it continuously. Now let's provide some width and the height to our window. We need to write everything between these two lines only so that we can continuously see everything because of this main loop method. So here I'm going to use another method of this tk class, which is geometry, and here we need to mention the width and the height in the form of a string. So the width that I'm going to use is 500 cross 570. This is the height, and then from the x-axis I want to place my window at 100 distance, and from y-axis I will place my window at a distance of 30. So this 500 is the width and 570 is the height. Now from x-axis our window is appearing at 100 distance, and from y-axis it is appearing at 30 distance. After that, let's add title to our window and a background color to it. So here I'm going to write root dot title method. To this title method, in the form of a string, we have to mention the title. So the title will be chatbot created by Faizan Khan. Next, we need to provide a background color to our window. So again, I'll write root dot config method. This config method is used to add background color to our window. Here I'll write bg for background. This is a keyword argument, and to this keyword argument I will be providing a value which will be a color name. So the color name that I'm going to give is deep pink. You can check different colors that can be used with this tkinter module on Google. You will be getting a lot of colors there. You can choose the color of your choice. Let's see. So this is that deep pink color, and here you can see the title, chatbot created by Faizan Khan. Now if you see this original project, at the top here I have added this logo image. After that, this is a text area, and to the right of this text area I have attached a scroll bar. Let's see how to add these three things. In the source code which is given in the description, you will be getting two images there. You have to copy those two images and paste inside this folder, Talking Chatbot. Just right click on this folder name and select this paste option and click on OK. So you can see these are the two images, pic.png and ask.png. So right now I'll be using this pic.png. This is 128 cross 128 PNG. From Google you can download any other image of your choice. Now I have to create object of this image. Basically we are going to import this image in our code with the help of photo image class. So I'll be using this photo image class, and here I have to pass this file name pic.png. I have to create object of this photo image class. So object name I'm going to give is logo pic. Now this pic will be represented by this logo pic object variable. If I run, you will not be able to see this pic because we have just created the object of the image and we have not added this image on our window. To add this image on our window, either we can add this image on a label or on a button. So I'm going to add this logo pic on a label. So I'll be creating a logo pic label and I'll be using a label class to create this label. Then where I want this label should be on my root window. Then I need to add image on this label. So image name is this logo pic. Let's run this. Again, you cannot see this label. The reason is we have just created the label but we have not placed it anywhere on our window. We can place it at the top, bottom, left or right. So let's place it. So I'm going to use a method which is present inside this label class, which is known as pack, with the help of this logo pic label object variable. So I'll write logo pic label object variable dot pack method. And inside this, if you don't mention any side, top, bottom, left or right, so by default the side will be top. And I want this logo to appear at the top. Now you will be able to see that logo. Let's run. So you can see we are getting a logo here. This label by default color is white. Let's change it to deep pink so that this can be similar. So here I'll mention BG for background color. I'll change it to deep pink like this. Now I will create a center frame which will be packed just after this image logo here, and inside the center frame I will be adding text area on the left hand side and then the scroll bar which will be attached to that text area on the right hand side. Let's see. So here I'll be creating a center frame and I'll be using a frame class to create that frame, and this frame will be inside my root window, and then I will simply pack this frame. So center frame dot pack. Again, I'm not mentioning any side, so this center frame will be just after this logo pic label. This frame is basically a container inside which we will be adding our text area and the scroll bar. For creating a scroll bar, I have to create object of scroll bar class. So I'll give object variable name as a scroll bar and I'll be using a scroll bar class here. This scroll bar will be inside this center frame. And after that, I will pack this scroll bar. So I'll write scroll bar dot pack, and this will be packed on the right hand side. So I'll write side equals to right like this. If you see, this scroll bar is inside a center frame and that center frame is just below this image logo, and this scroll bar is on the right hand side in that center frame. Now let's add a text area on the left hand side so that you will be able to see it properly. So for creating a text area, I'll be using a text class. Basically this is a text field and this text area will be inside this center frame only. And now let's pack it. So I'll write text area dot pack method. Now the side will be left. Now you can see we got this text area here and this is on the left hand side inside the center frame, and then we have this scroll bar which is on the right hand side inside this center frame. Now let's provide some font to this text which is written inside this text area. So I'll use font keyword argument. The styling will be Times New Roman. Size will be 20 and I'll make it bold. Now let's see. You can see the size of this text area got increased after we increased the font. So let's fix the height of this text area. So here I'll mention height equals to 10. Let's see. Now we can add a little bit of vertical padding between this logo image and this center frame. So inside this pack method, I'll pass pad y equals to 5. So this will provide some vertical padding. You can see a little vertical padding between this frame and this logo image. Now I want to set this scroll bar with this text area. So here I'm going to write y scroll command keyword argument, and I'll pass value as scroll bar dot set method, like this. Now if I run this, here you can see the scroll bar is not active right now, but if I write my name here and move to new line, you can see now this scroll bar is active. Okay, so this is now attached with this text area. If I'm here at the bottom and if I click this up arrow, I should be able to see this Faizan. So what I want, when I click on this, I should be able to scroll this text area. For that, I'll be writing here scroll bar dot config method to update, and here I will pass the command equals to text area dot y view, like this. So I want whenever I click this scroll bar, we should be able to see y view of this text area. Let's run this. Now if I type my name here and bring the cursor to the bottom, and now if I click this scroll bar button, you can see we are going at the top here. Now with the help of this scroll bar, you are able to see the y view of this text area. If you see this original project, now we have to create this entry field where we will be writing our question, right? And after that we will be creating this button. So for creating the entry field, I'll be using an entry class, and I'll be creating object of this entry class, and I will give object variable name as question field, like this, and this entry will be inside my root window. We have added only two things inside the center frame, and now we are adding this entry field on our root. After that, let's provide font to this entry field. So whatever text you will write inside this entry field will be in that particular font. So style that I'm going to use is Vardhana. Then size will be 20, and I'll make that bold. And then I will pack this. So I'll write question field dot pack method. Again, I'm not mentioning any side here. So this will be just after the center frame. So we have the center frame inside our root window. After this, I'm adding this question field. So this will be just after this center frame. Let's see. You can see we got this entry field just after this center frame, right? Now let's provide some vertical padding to this entry field. So here inside this pack method, I'll write pad y equals to 15. So I'll provide a vertical padding of 15, like this. Now let's fill this entry field completely onto this x-axis. So here I will write fill equals to x. So this entry field will be filled completely on the x-axis, like this. Just after this, we have to create a ask button. So I'll be using an image on that button. So this is that ask.png image that I'll be using on that button. So let's firstly create a button here. So I'll write ask button. This is object variable name, and I'll be using button class to create this button. This button will be inside my root window. Then I'll add image to this button, but we cannot use this image directly inside this image keyword argument. Firstly, we have to create object of this image, just like we created here for pic.png. So I'll copy the same line with the help of Ctrl C, and here I will create object of that image. So this one will be ask pic, and here I'll change this file name to ask.png, and now I can pass this ask pic to this image keyword argument. And now I can pack this button. So I'll write ask button dot pack method, Again, I am not passing any site, so this will be just after this question field entry. Let's see. So this is how it looks. Now one more thing, here if I write my name and move this name onto the right hand side like this, you will see each character is going to a new line instead of complete word, right? So I want a complete word should go to a new line. For that, inside this text class, I have to mention one keyword argument which is wrap, and here I'll pass value as word. Let's see. Now if I type my name here and move it to the right like this, now a complete word is going to a new line instead of each characters, right? Finally, we are done with the GUI part. In the next video, we will work on the functionality of this chatbot. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching.